Hey family, I'm SNwadiei. I'm Habasia, and I'm also the Creole Griotist. How y'all doing today? Happy Sunday. I don't know where you're watching me from. Let me know in the comments. But I will say good afternoon, good night, and if you're watching me and it's not Sunday where you are, good morning. But anyway, how y'all doing? If this is the first time you're tuning into my channel, welcome to my channel. And if it's not your first time, welcome back. I appreciate and agape love all of y'all. But anyways, if you have not subscribed, please do. It's free, y'all. And please hit that notification bell down below. It will let you know when I upload a video. And I upload them quite often, y'all. And anyways, if y'all been following me, y'all know that I love the motherland and I love my people everywhere. And I have family and friends that look like all kind of ways. I've been seeing people post all kind of crazy things, like they have the perfect explanation of blackness. Talking about we're not black, we're brown and all this kind of stuff, like we crayons. I beg to differ. We are all different shades in the rainbow, and it's all good. No, it might not been good the way that it got there, but guys, just like they say in the old African proverb, you cannot undo what has been done. Now I've also been seeing stuff like some people's brains are frozen in the past, man, and in a bad way. I saw somebody actually post something about somebody being a half caste. And the person that was saying it was a person of color. I'm like, what caste do they think they would be in if it was truly a caste system according to what they were saying? You know, it's like a crab in a barrel mentality. It's like, if I have to be in this caste, I'm going to bring you into this caste with me. When I am a person who is against the caste system, period. We are all human beings, and I am for absolute equality. I am not for treating any group as supreme at all. I don't. I want equality. I want people to see me and hear me. And I extend that all the way to gender equality. Yeah, gender equality. I want people to see me and hear me. And I don't want people to think that I'm smart for a woman, or I'm wise for a woman, or are you really a chief, or are you a queen mother? And for people to ask you sarcastic things about, people are fine in my kingdom, how's your kingdom? It's like, don't be sarcastic, y'all. It's unnecessary. I am a chief in Ghana, and it was a honorary position, y'all. Honorary. Because of my philanthropy that I did through Habasia to help the children in the neighborhood to have a better education. It was an after-school program. And for helping someone else to become a self-empowered person, that she went from being a widow with no help. The family of her husband was supposed to help her, but they didn't. Maybe they was just as poor as her. I don't know her situation. But all I know is, after we were done helping her, she's self-sufficient. So that is one of the ways, in Ghana anyway, that they thank people for their good works, by giving them their chieftaincy. And that is a good thing, y'all. It's a good acknowledgement, and I'm fine with that. I'm sure it's similar to like in England when people make you a knight or something like that, you know? But people just try to manipulate people with words, try to hurt people's feelings with words, and it's just not a good thing, y'all. We have to learn to uplift each other and be positive with each other. When I was growing up, they used to say, if you can't say nothing good, don't say nothing. And that is how I feel, y'all. Like I said, I don't get paid for this. I get zero on YouTube. I do this because I like sharing my stories, and I like having my say. I don't want anybody posting anything about any African American, namely me, the Creole Griotist, and what I said. I want to be able to say for myself what I feel and what I mean exactly. And anybody says any different, hey, it's their story and I don't care. That shows you that they don't have a story, that they have to always tell you what somebody else thinking. Because nobody knows what anybody thinks. What you believe is in here, y'all, and in here, and nowhere else. Nobody can interpret anything for anybody. We just have to listen to what somebody has to say. And then you have to see their works. They'll be known by their works. So if they do it, then you know they really meant what they said. I've been very concerned about what's going on out there in the YouTube streets. It's like people are not storytellers out there. Or if they're storytellers, they like to tell the negative stories and pump them up so much that they have people thinking the negative stories are positive stories, because they actually take the majority of what's going on and blow it up in such a proportion like a balloon that it seems like it's going on everywhere. That's why I show y'all where I live. I'm in my backyard now. When I'm walking in my neighborhood, I let y'all see how it look, because I'm not going to have to borrow negativity just to show you guys, to try to fearmonger you into not liking my country. Yeah, the United States is my country. I prefer not being here only because I'm somebody who likes the majority report. That's all. And it's probably because I was brought up in segregation. And if I wouldn't have been brought up in segregation, if I would have been brought up, say, in the Caribbean, well, my people would have been in the majority, and even after segregation being a majority, that would have been just fine, you know? Because then I wouldn't have no reason to go nowhere to feel the same way as I did during my childhood. But it's not that way here. And it's your different experiences you have as a minority as compared to a majority, because people unfortunately superimpose caste systems on people, even if the caste system is a label like a minority. You know, it's the way you get treated differently because of it. When all I really want to be treated is just like everybody else. And when I'm in the motherland, that's how I feel like I'm being treated like everybody else, or being treated well. We are all human beings. I should hope folks stop all of this hate speech that's been going on and determining who will or will not be their friends because of how their cover is. Just not cool, y'all. Sure, I did buy this book because of the person, Les Brown, wrote it. And I've heard him speak before, and I know what he says is some good stuff. But I have books from lots of different people, y'all. I really do. And if y'all look at my social media, y'all will see I have a diverse group of people that's my friends. And during my lifetime, same thing. Because of how I grew up, the majority of my friends look like me. I gravitate toward people who have a lot in common with me. And culturally, people that's from Galveston, people that grew up as what, Black Catholics, or went to Catholic school, or graduated from Ball High, or went to Sam Houston Junior High. We will have a lot of things in common. Yeah. So anyways, that's the way it goes. Oh, y'all, I have to try to, hold on for a minute. I'm back. I had to try to cut off this phone call. I would make this short because I do want to make contact with some of my friends. Social media is good, but we also have to make real contact with people. How y'all like my outfit today, y'all? It's from Nigeria. I don't know how to let y'all see it in a good way. My son did take pictures of it, but y'all see. I love clothes from the motherland because they fit me, because they measure you and make it just for you. Like they say, just for me, it's just for me. So that's why I like it. Something that's made to my liking. I picked the fabric, I picked the style, and of course they improve on it because they're the designer. But anyway, let me read you something from Les Brown so I can go and call my friends. And plus I promise to be a storyteller for y'all and read y'all the story that some of you guys actually say y'all like. This is called Hunger Personified. The chronicles of history reveal hunger personified in the lives of many great legends, such as the following examples. Indian activist Mahatma Gandhi, who was a leader and guru, had a hunger for peace and justice. One of his sayings was, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever." Amid great injustice, he refused to resort to violence to fight for equality. Without the use of weapons, he led his people to independence. Rosa Parks, a woman living in Alabama in the 1950s, refused to move to the back of the bus and give up her seat to a white man. Even though she was seated, she stood up on the inside as her hunger for justice gave rise to the civil rights movement. Her action caught the attention of Dr. Martin Luther King, a young Baptist minister. He picked up the baton and became a drum major for justice. His hunger to empower his people to live the American dream as opposed to the American nightmare resulted in the greatest advancement of human rights in the 20th century. Nelson Mandela catalyzed change. His hunger to dismantle the shackles of apartheid helped him to survive an undeserved 27-year prison, undeserved 27-year prison sentence. Upon release, he quickly went from prison to presidency and defeated not only the South African government, but also the United States government who supported apartheid. Cesar Chavez's hunger for social and economic justice for migrant workers legitimized their struggle with nationwide support. He co-founded the National Farm Workers Association, who served as a powerful voice and platform for migrant workers, changing their lives forever. Born in a storefront apartment, Margaret Thatcher had a hunger for politics at an early age. After losing her first 2 parliamentary elections, she paused to give birth to twins. Undaunted by losses and the responsibilities of motherhood, Thatcher went on to become the first female Prime Minister of Britain and the longest-serving British Prime Minister of all times. With a hunger to care for the impoverished, disabled, and helpless of our society, Mother Teresa gave her life so that others could live theirs. She was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979 and canonized as Saint Teresa of Calcutta in 2016. Mother Teresa is recognized as one of the greatest humanitarians of the 20th century. Oprah Winfrey, molested as a child and impregnated at 14, still rose to unprecedented heights, starring in highest-rated talk show of its kind in history. Her hunger to succeed drove her to make a mark on the universe and leave an unforgettable legacy. She never allowed her past to dictate her future. Tyler Perry, the world-renowned producer, playwright, entrepreneur, and philanthropist, rose above an abusive childhood and chronic depression. He went on to be named by Forbes as the highest-paid man in entertainment, earning $130 million in 1 year. His hunger to change Hollywood drove him to open a 330-acre movie studio compound in Atlanta, Georgia, even creating his own Walk of Fame for those who have been ignored. Barack Obama, possessed with a hunger to make a difference, went from Southside community activist to the White House. Even though he initially lost his first run for Senate, he was not deterred and eventually won. He then went on to win the most powerful title in the world, President of the United States. Not only was Barack Obama the first African-American president of the U.S., but he is also to date the most admired president in the United States history. Besides every good man is a great woman, Michelle Obama exemplifies this truth, a woman whose story inspired us to hunger for and go after greatness. A graduate of Harvard Law School, Michelle gracefully established a legacy as the only African-American to ever serve as First Lady of the United States. Since her time in office, she has gone on to take the spotlight as one of the most coveted female motivational speakers in the world. The mentioned legends are no different than you and I. The same hunger to live an impactful life that operated through them is available to us as well. Just like all of us, they had their challenges, failures, and setbacks. However, they got up and continued the journey, pressing toward the higher calling. As Marcus Garvey would say, "Rise up, you mighty people, onward and upward to victory. You have greatness in you that is lying dormant. Hunger, waiting to be called forth, waiting to inspire you to have a life that will outlive you." And no matter what you actually think of these people, all I think of these people, What I get out of it is the positive that he highlights. I want to have a hunger waiting to inspire me to live a life that will outlive me. How about you guys? Do you want to have a life that will outlive you? Something positive, a change. Do you want to be a change that you want to see in the world? It's just something that I'm leaving out there for you to think about. You don't have to answer right now. Just let it simmer a bit. And until the next time, guys, all I can say is treat people like you want to be treated, because we actually do teach people how to treat us. If you go around hurting people, that means that you want them to hurt you. And just think, what you do today to someone, they may come back tomorrow or the next day with their boys or whoever they crew and hurt you. And it might not be so funny to you if they hurt you and record it, even if they don't kill you. We just shouldn't start hurting people and thinking it's funny. I don't think slapping folks, cussing folks, beating folks up, all of this psychotic stuff people doing and uploading it to the internet, it's masochism, y'all. Masochism. It needs to stop. At the very least, whoever is recording hurting people needs to go to jail. It's just not right. It's not funny, and it's not right to be judge and jury of somebody. That's what they have the police out there for. If somebody did you something that you didn't like, let's all start being more responsible for what happens to us. Don't go out there trying to get something for nothing. And don't be encouraging folks to sell you no stolen stuff so you can pay a little bit for it. Because imagine where it came from, that somebody suffered by having their stuff stolen. There's no way somebody can give you nothing new for such a cheap price as folks is posting all online, that they actually expect to get something for nothing. And then have nerve to be wanting to be slapping people and all because they think they didn't get their money worth. You get what you pay for. If you want something new, go to a certified store. They have them all over the world where you can get what you want. They can even order your stuff for you. But encouraging people to give you something for nothing is not a good thing. Hurting people because you think they did something to you, whether you calling it whatever, is not a good thing. It only spread hate and cause people to label folks, label a whole group of folks because of the action of one or two. And that will be a very sad day where I won't feel okay to go somewhere because somebody would be judging me by some idiot on the internet that recorded them hurting somebody, whether the person looked like them or didn't look like them. It's not funny. It's not okay. It's terrible. And when I see that kind of stuff, it hurts my heart, y'all. It does. I just was led to say that little last part because of a video I saw last night of somebody slapping somebody and getting somebody to actually record this on the internet, to be released on the internet. Even had this guy kneeling at his feet to apologize. It was the most barbaric thing I've seen, y'all, short of folks being macheted or shot in the head or whatever. All of these massacre documentaries they have out there, you know. And it all started off with somebody trying to demasculate someone, or some other reason when you didn't respect somebody else's feelings and their humanity. Let's all try to return to our majority senses and not encourage these masochists out there. Wrong is wrong, no matter who does it, y'all. Wrong is wrong, no matter who does it. I would not encourage anybody to do any negative stuff. All of that recording, a negative, awful, mean behavior is not a good thing, y'all. To me, that's akin to vigilante justice. And when it's just us, it's scary, y'all. Because it's no telling what's going on in these folks' mind. You don't even know the real story behind it. You'll never hear the whole story. You'll just hear their one-sided version. But there's no justification for doing any of that kind of crazy stuff. And recording it, no less. And releasing it online, thinking they super whatever. Superfood. But anyway, I don't want to down y'all. I just want to say, please do the right thing and live as if you're dying. That you want people to remember the good parts of you and that you did something good for the world. Show yourself helping somebody. Show yourself smiling with somebody sometime. Say, hey brother, hey sister, and mean it, y'all. All this judging folks and trying to elevate yourself to the level of a king or a queen and make everybody else your subjects. That's a caste system that I don't want to be a part of. No, I don't. Caste system is a bad thing. No to caste systems. I will not be a party to any of that. And y'all don't have to worry about me. I'm not going to ask nobody who is so judgmental to hang out with me or collab with me, because I'm not interested no way. I love my people worldwide. I do. But I am for absolute equality. And that is for treating everybody as an equal. We must learn to live in this world together or we will perish. As John Henry Clark used to say, Pan-Africanism or perish. I extend it to the body of man. If we don't learn how to get along with each other, we will die as a people. We will. And until next time, y'all, all I can say is peace, peace, and power to the people.